Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. I'm Vivian Chan from Viv's Tips. Thank you so much for tuning in on this beautiful Sunday morning right here live in Food Network Kitchen. We're all about choose your side. That is the hashtag because Thanksgiving is 4 days away. Holy smokes, where did the year go? So I wanted to help you out with your menu planning or just choose your sides. That's what I'm here for. So when Torin asked me to pick my favorite side, I was like, how can I choose? It's like choosing between my favorite fur babies. They're all my favorites. So I hacked it naturally. So I'm gonna show you how to make this thing. It is a 5-in-1. Less dishes, saves oven space, it is delicious, and it's just screams Thanksgiving. If you see a side there that it's your fave, but it's not there, no worries, you can always swap it out for whatever you like. Also, don't feel obligated that you have to write anything down. This is just to inspire you. Everything is online on foodnetwork.com. There's also a video that goes along with this, so it's easy breezy. I also want you guys to ask me questions. I'm here to help you. Let me know what you think. Let me know where you're going for Thanksgiving, where you're eating, all that. All of our friends here want to know. So first off, I'm going to go right into making my green bean casserole portion. There are some mushrooms and some onions here that have been browning. I add a little salt to release some of the moisture because you don't want it to be a soppy mess when it's sitting in that sheet pan. So it's going, it's going. This took about like 7 minutes until it gets nice and brown. Then I'm going to add some heavy cream because you need cream for green bean casserole. Then I'm going to sprinkle on some flour to help thicken and some salt and pepper for seasoning. And guys, this will probably take about 3 to 4 minutes. The stove is crazy hot because it's just super heated here. So mine's gonna be a little faster, but don't worry, cook it until it's a little reduced at home. Okay. And this is the nice vegetable portion. So we're being good. Okay, and then I'm going to add some frozen cut green beans. If you wanna add fresh, because they are in season, just cook them a little shorter. Okay.
For fans who are just joining, what are you making?
Hi guys, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. We are live here in Food Network Kitchen. Yes, it's Sunday, but hey, we are here to help you prep for Thanksgiving. I'm gonna make my side, my favorite side. I hacked it because I have a 5-in-1 sheet pan. It's filled with all the favorites. I know, if you guys don't see mashed potatoes, please don't get mad. I don't include mashed potatoes because my brother Eric makes that every year. So mashed potatoes is at my table, just not in this combo. Great, so this is nice and thick. Flour is nice and coated. I'm just gonna let this hang out on the side, and I gotta do my second quadrant, which is cranberry sauce, my fave. Poll for you guys. Are you guys jelly cranberry, or are you guys whole berry, or you guys like to make yours from scratch? Sarah and I talked about this. We are so guilty. We like jelly cranberry sauce. It's delicious, it's junky, it's from a can, it's easy. I make all the other stuff. I think it's okay to have a little shortcut. So now I'm gonna add some sugar, and then I add a little cornstarch. Cornstarch is just another binder. Pop, 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 pop. And my little secret recipe, a little orange juice. It's sweet, it's acidic, it's perfect, breaks down the cranberries. Give that a nice little toss. And believe it or not, quadrant number 2 is ready to go. Okay, so now let's talk about potatoes, because who doesn't love potatoes? Potatoes is one of the top vegetable search terms year round, and they should be. They're absolutely delicious. I'm gonna go with some Yukon Gold today. I did not do these on a mandolin. If you are, be careful. Don't slice off any digits. You need those. Be thankful for those. I just cut them about 1/8 of an inch thick, and I'm going to add some parm. I'm going to have some heavy cream. You can also use milk. If you don't want to use milk, you can also use a nut milk, whatever you like. I'm going to add some garlic, grated, and some thyme, and some salt and pepper. Also, make sure when you are mixing stuff, make sure your bowl is big enough. I always run into this issue. My bowl is not big enough. You can't toss as well and coat it, but it's also a good tip. Do we have any questions, Gabriella?
Yes.
Whoa.
Pamela's wondering how many does this sheet pan feed?
That's a great question, Pamela. It really depends on how hungry your guests are. This, I feel like 6 to 8 if everyone just takes a little portion. But I have to say, probably in my family, I'll have to make like 2 or 3 of these because we're big eaters. So it really depends on your family and friends. This is also a great thing for Friendsgiving you're hosting. All your guests will be like, really, overachiever? Yeah, I went there. So then you're going to microwave this for 7 minutes. Why are you microwave this portion compared to everything else? Potatoes do take a little longer. Important part is you want to make sure everything cooks in time. If you don't want raw potatoes, so just give it a little head start. 7 minutes, and I have that done. Michelle? Yes. Michelle's my buddy here. Swapsies! Swapsies! So these have been microwaved for 7 minutes, and they are ready to go. Let this hang out here. Okay. Whew. I feel like this is Thanksgiving Day. I'm going 100. Okay, now we're gonna talk about sweet potatoes. I love this side because it's like dessert, but having a veg, so what's not to like? Also, sweet potatoes are super healthy for you. Michelle, she is like on point today. She's actually on point every day. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I just had some sweet potatoes. I microwaved it so it gets nice and soft. And then I'm going to add some brown sugar, some good old butter. And I like to use unsalted because I can control the salt amount. I'm going to add some milk. And I'm going to add a little splash of vanilla for flavor. That was a big splash. Oopsie.
Viv, if you only had to choose one side for Thanksgiving,
No.
what would you pick?
Can I choose this? Is that not valid?
Cheating a
That's cheating. Okay, fine. If I had to pick one. Wow, that's really hard. I would say mashed potatoes because it goes really well with turkey. And it soaks in gravy, so it's a nice vessel. And I also love to do that with my fried chicken. Take a drumstick, dunk it in mashed potatoes, coat it with gravy. It is the best thing you'll ever eat. I promise you. So I'm gonna mash this a little. And it's okay if it's a little chunky. It's all texture. If you want it smoother, you can always pop this in a food processor, but hey, I'm trying to limit our dishes. So, and if you're doing this at home or the day of, ask someone to help.
Yeah, can you make this in advance at all? Or?
Yes, definitely. You can make all these things in advance and just let it come to room temperature the morning of or before you do it so it has similar cooking time. But everything you want to do, you could do this. I like to put it in zip top bags or like glass containers because I want to watch the parade. I'm a big fan of that parade. So this is pretty mashed. So we're gonna let it hang out. So now let's get building. Our good friend, the sheet pan. So I love this recipe. I really, really do. It's one of my favorite things. I got some biscuits. These are not the big ones, and these are not the mini ones. These are the just right ones. They come in a little container. And Sarah insisted that I pop these on camera for you because I'm terrified of this. So I'm a little shaky now. It's just, oh goodness. And lucky for me, I have to do 3 of these. Oh, this one's not as bad. So there are, how many are there in here? There are 5 little guys. And then we are going to make this a little snug. So first you want to do 4. Nope, I'm looking at the wrong one. First you want to do 6. So squish them in a little. They will expand, but this is great because it will absorb all the juices and keeping everything sectioned off. Talking about keeping things sectioned off, did you guys see that new video on Food Network on Facebook about like what kind of plater you are? Yeah, I am definitely the separator because I don't like anything touching. There's the carb loader. There is the overnight feaster. Guys, tag your friends. We all have one of those people in our lives. I definitely know. I know my husband. He is definitely the night feaster, but he doesn't fast. He just eats as if he did because he loves Thanksgiving that much. So squishy, squishy.
Viv, James is watching and he said he loved your episode of Viv's Tips.
Yay!
When you did the pickle brine chicken.
Oh my God, James, wasn't that the best thing? I cried. I've never cried eating a sandwich. Honestly, I was in tears and it's the best thing. I actually wanted to, never gets easier. I wanted to brine a whole turkey in pickle brine. But this year was a little rushed, so I think I'm gonna give that a try next year. But let me know if you do it. Okay, so I got all these This one's a little bit of a, you can see the layers. So we're gonna continue to squish in. We have 4 on each side here. Okay, and there's one extra one, but hey, that's just a snack for you. Like a baker's dozen. Okay, so now that we have our border all set up, let's fill this guy in. So first off, I'm going to do right here, I'm gonna do the green bean.
Hey, Viv.
Yeah, what's
I'm
up?
wondering if the juices run between the sides.
That's a great question. The answer is no. These little sponge biscuits keep it right in its place. The sides of the biscuits do soak in a little bit, but that's totally fine. But that's a great question. That's why a lot of this stuff has flour and cornstarch as a binder to soak in a lot of the juices.
And if you wanted to get crazy, could you make your own biscuits?
Yes, but I would do that a few days before. I know Gabrielle is definitely going to do that. She loves making everything from scratch. I like the shortcut every now and then because I still have so much to do. And again, I want to hang out with my friends and family, but if you guys want to do that, definitely do it. Go all the way. Okay, so our first one in, if it gets a little sloppy, we'll wipe it. Second quadrant, we are going to do cranberries. Cool. So I like to switch it up. I like to mix up the colors. It's all about eating with your eyes first. So visually, I like to make opposite colors.
Melody is wondering if you coated the sheet pan in anything before.
Melanie, that's a great question. I did not. But if you like to put a little butter, you can, but not necessary. It's not going to stick. If you want to have easy cleanup, you also could put a sheet of aluminum foil. But it's fine. You just soak it. Hey, you're doing one dish compared to 5 other ones. Great. So festive. What's next? How about our potatoes?
Sean just joined. He's
Hi,
wondering, what are you making?
Sean, good morning. Thank you so much for joining. I am making a sheet pan side Thanksgiving dish because Torin asked me to pick my favorite side and I couldn't. So I picked all of them, bread included. But thank you for joining. I know it's a little early for my West Coast friends, but just have coffee, enjoy, relax. Like, it's very mellow here right now. I can't say that for the rest of the day. And last but not least, our sweet potato. Guys, we're gonna be live all day long. I have a ton of my friends coming in and they're gonna show you all these tips. We're gonna be visiting other sources and they're gonna tell you what delicious things they want for Thanksgiving, but stay with us. It's gonna be a great day.
Merla just joined and she says, this looks like a perfect meal for one person.
Oh, Marilla, you wanna come to my house for Thanksgiving? I like the way you chow down. So now we have all of this, and let's talk about toppings, because we're not done yet, we're almost. So for our green beans, we have some fried onions. Okay, like so. Let's put all of them. And then for our potatoes, we have some Gruyere. I love Gruyere, it's nutty, it's stinky, it melts really well, wonderful flavor. If you guys don't want to use that, you can use any cheese you like. Cheddar, sharp cheddar is also a great alternative. And then we are going to do my favorite dessert. You want to hear a funny story? When I was growing up, my mom never made traditional Thanksgiving, and I told her about putting marshmallows on top of sweet potato puree. She looked at me like I have 4 heads, and she said, absolutely not. You're just trying to have candy for dinner. She goes, if you want, you can make it your own. And I made it. And I ate the whole thing. And I was having candy for dessert, for dinner, and it was amazing. Next thing, we're gonna have some turbinado sugar, just some raw sugar. Sprinkle on for our cranberries, give it some texture. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but if you are making cranberry sauce from scratch at home in a saucepan, make sure you reserve half of them. You wanna make sure you cook half of them and you mash them, and then you wanna fold in the whole berries so it gives your sauce some texture. Otherwise, you're just gonna have mush. So if your family is into that, if it's not like mine, get them the can, pop it open, call it a day. Okay, so this is all ready to go. You wanna hear the best part? You bake this at 350 for 30 to 35 minutes. That's so simple. So let's pop that in. Oh, it's also heavy like a turkey. Okay, Fast forward. No, this is the swap we're gonna eat with because this is exactly how it comes out to be. Everything is so nice and wonderful and delicious. You didn't think I wasn't gonna eat this. So that's exactly what I'm gonna dig in. What do you guys want me to try? I'm gonna try all of it. So have some potato.
Lindsay's wondering if you could put walnuts on the sweet potatoes?
Yes, Lindsay, you could put pecans, you could put walnuts, you could put whatever. I just eliminated some of the nuts for the sweet potato because Sarah is allergic, and I wanted to make sure we are covering everyone and sharing. But personalized, you could also put on the side, and then they can add it at the table. So this is just so you can have fun with it. I do recommend switching up your spoons. You don't want sweet and savory. See, this is already driving me nuts. I can't separate this with this plate. What's happening?
Beth wants to see one of the biscuits too, she said.
Okay, you got it. I'm taking smaller portions because there's a lot of people here and I don't want to eat everything by myself.
Viv, for fans who love Viv's tips,
Yay, hi
what
guys.
was your favorite part about filming?
I just love how my crew is. They're fun, they get it. It's always JP and Sarah. They've been with me since Monday Bites. The ideas are really, really close to my heart. They're fun. And I just love that I get to make really fun content for you guys to enjoy. And till this day, the fried chicken is still my favorite because I was crying on camera for really, really good reason. But we have a lot of good stuff coming up. The biscuit. I took the biggest bite. They always tell me to take princess bites here, and I always forget. Okay, well, I have to dig in because I have a lot of hungry friends here. I'm so glad you guys joined in. So, see me and all my friends today. It's Thanksgiving. It's such a good time. I'm so thankful for all of you. Stay tuned all day. 12 p.m. today, Bev is coming up, and then there's James, and then, of course, there's Baked by Dan this evening. So, thank you. It's been a pleasure. I hope you guys have a happy and safe and full Thanksgiving. Till next time, bye guys. Anyone want sides? Woo!